Okay, so the next lesson, all right, this next lesson, we are going to look at this one here. Okay, can everyone see my screen?
Yes.
Yeah, can see, can
Okay,
see.
how to, all right. Okay, so this one here, all right, let me see. Okay, so this one here is a very special chapter, okay? Extraction of what? Xin Yi, what is this? Okay, or Junyuan. Kasun lah. My good student, Kasun. Extraction of what?
Martin.
Metals, right? Okay. Yes. So that is what we are going through today. Okay, so this is how we extract metal. You all know how all the factories and, well, everywhere you have metal, correct or not? When we build buildings, they have metal. When you build house, you have metal. Um, Cars, you also need metal. Everything, a lot of things need metal, correct or not? But where do we get the metal from? This is how they get it from the factories. Okay, they have this thing called what is this called? Blast furnace. All right, blast furnace. Blast furnace means it's a big uh uh tong, okay? In Bahasa Melayu is tong, okay? A big bucket, right? This whole thing is made up of metal, okay? And they boil the metal because when we dig out all this metal, for example, zinc, iron, copper, silver, gold, all this is dig out from underground. So when they dig this out from underground, it's not pure. Okay, it's not pure. It's not 100% pure. It's always there's like other dirty things together with the metal. But when we build house and build other things, or we just use metal, we want pure metal, correct or not? We don't want it to be like mixed with other things, right? So how do we make it pure? That means 100%, let's say silver, or 100% copper. Copper we used to make wires. Silver we used to make trophies, make different types of things. Zinc, iron, all these different things. Iron sometimes we used to make magnet. Aluminium, I believe a lot of y'all seen aluminium cans, right? They used to put water. They sell in 7-Eleven like 100 plus, Coca-Cola, right? All those can is aluminium. So where do we get all these metals from, right? We burn it. Yes, Sydney just now she typed in chat, heat up. Yes, we heat them up, but to very high temperature. So this blast furnace, the lowest temperature on top here is 400 degrees. The highest, which is the lowest here, the lower you get, the hotter it is 1,800. Why is there so big a difference? So that we can separate the metal. Okay. Um, with from the other uh, impurities, that means all the dirty things, right? We want to split whatever metal, but you all must remember this blast furnace, right, is only used for uh, this one here. These three metal, zinc, iron, and copper, we use this blast furnace. Whereas gold and silver is already pure when we find them in the environment. That means when we dig underground, it's already pure already. We just need to like wipe away the dirt. Whereas zinc, iron, copper is like there's chemical reaction. It react with some of the things that react together, is stick together already. So we have to use this burning, this blast furnace to separate the metal. So today what we are learning is specially how to extract these three metal, which is zinc, iron, and copper. So the way that we extract them is we use carbon. That means we heat them up with carbon. Okay. So okay. So first of all, what goes in, okay, is here, the top here. So you can see iron ore, coke, and limestone. Okay, let's look at iron ore first. So this example that you'll see here, they are trying to extract iron. Iron is very important to make magnets, which is actually very important, but we can talk about it another day. And then there's coke. Coke is where the carbon comes from. Why is coke so important? Because the coke has the carbon, and the carbon is what will clean away the dirty things, the unwanted things that we don't want from the metal. And this limestone also helps to remove the dirty things, the impurities, let's call them impurities. So what do they remove? So the first thing that is going inside here is the iron, correct or not, everyone? And normally iron, or that dirty thing, the impurity that is sticking with iron is oxygen. Okay, we can look at it here. Can you all see iron oxide? That means that what is the main thing that we want to separate from iron? The oxygen. You will be thinking like dirty things like shit or urine, right? But actually it's not. The dirty thing is actually, not to say dirty lah, but it's not pure. 它就不纯正了. You know what I'm saying? This is the oxygen. The oxygen is sticking with the metal. We want to split it out. So how do we split it out? We react it with this CO, which is what we call carbon monoxide. But how do we get this carbon monoxide? From the coke. So when coke go in, it's actually pure carbon. Then this carbon will react with oxygen because down here, right, can you all see this hot air blast? The air shoot inside, and inside the air, there's oxygen. So the oxygen will react with the carbon, become this carbon dioxide, CO2. And then this carbon dioxide will react with extra carbon. That means you keep on pouring in the coke, extra coke. That's why you have to put a lot of carbon, this coke inside, so that this extra CO2 will react with the extra carbon. Then only we get this carbon monoxide. Then this carbon monoxide will come here and react with our metal. And then you see what comes out after that? Pure iron, correct or not? Xin Yi, do you see this is just iron by itself? Is there anything sticking with iron? Okay, yeah, a bit shy. So yeah, no, she typed in chat, no. Yeah, so that means we achieve what we want to do. We extract the iron pure already. Now it doesn't have oxygen sticking to it. All right, and then you will come up with this CO2, this carbon dioxide, and then this carbon dioxide will go back here and react with our carbon and then give us more carbon monoxide. Can you all see the cycle that is happening? So these four, all these four is happening at the same time in the factory. So you can imagine this one is like a very big furnace in the factory, so super hot, and all of this reaction is happening at the same time. So all the extra carbon dioxide from here come back here. You all get what I'm saying? And then this metal, right? Because when it becomes metal, it will turn into, because it's at this temperature, 1008. So the metal will turn into liquid and it will come out at the most bottom, because we learned before that metal has the highest density and their melting and boiling point is super high. So even though it's at 1008 degrees Celsius, the iron will turn into liquid. Whereas all these are, like you see this carbon dioxide, carbon, oxygen, all is gas. So they will not come down. The only thing that will flow down is the heaviest thing, which is metal, but it will only flow down when it turns into pure metal. You see or not? So that's how we extract iron. And then you can use this same process. You just replace this iron, you write Zn. And then here, the equation here, you replace it, you write Zn. Then that is exactly how this blast furnace works for zinc. Okay, so this blast furnace can only be used for 3 types of metal. Remember, zinc, iron, and copper. Okay, is everyone clear?
Yeah, clear.
Thank you. So that will be all for this short lesson. Thank you so much.